All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today, and
Into irony.
yeah, into irony, right?
Yeah.
Specifically, we're looking at this this dissertation by Søren Kierkegaard
On the concept of irony.
on the concept of irony,
Yeah.
which is not maybe his most famous work, but
Right.
it's really essential, I think, for
Absolutely.
understanding
Foundational.
yeah,
To his thought.
to his whole project, right?
Yeah, and it's a really dense work.
It is.
It's also kind of fun because it's his dissertation.
Right.
So he's a young Kierkegaard.
Yeah, he's like showing off a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fun because he's wrestling with these huge ideas that he'll come back to again and again throughout his writing.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about irony.
Obviously.
Obviously, but also, this question of authenticity.
Yeah,
How do you live a genuine life,
right.
especially when the world feels a little
Especially in a world that can feel absurd and meaningless.
absurd, right?
Yeah.
So,
And what's fascinating is that,
yeah,
Kierkegaard looks to Socrates
right.
as this really key figure for understanding irony,
Yeah, and I think that's
not just for what he said.
yeah, it's not just the philosophy, it's the life, right?
But the way he lived.
Yeah.
Socrates, for Kierkegaard, was like the embodiment of irony.
Okay, so let's break that down a little bit, because I think when most people think of Socrates,
Yeah.
they think of, the ancient Greek philosopher asking all the questions.
Yeah, gadfly of Athens,
Right.
always poking and prodding.
Yeah.
But Kierkegaard's saying there's something deeper there.
Yeah, there's something deeper, right?
This idea that real irony isn't just about being witty
Yeah.
or clever.
Right.
It's about aligning your entire life with your beliefs,
Oh, wow.
even when those beliefs clash with what society expects of you.
That's a really powerful idea, right?
Mhm.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
it's easy to be ironic, like on Twitter.
Exactly, to be snarky or sarcastic.
To be snarky, yeah, exactly.
But to actually live your irony
Yeah.
is a totally different thing.
Yeah, it's like putting your money where your mouth is, almost.
Absolutely. And that's why Socrates' choice to die,
Right.
rather than compromise his principles,
Yeah.
is so important for Kierkegaard.
Is it the ultimate example?
It is, because it wasn't just him being stubborn.
Right.
It was this radical act of living authentically,
Wow, even in the face of...
even in the face of death.
Yeah.
It's like he was saying, look,
Yeah.
you think your rules and your laws
Yeah.
are more important than the truth.
Right.
Well, I'm willing to die for what I believe in.
Wow, that's intense, yeah.
And that's what sets Socratic irony apart from
Yeah.
just being cynical or sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's not about tearing things down for the sake of it.
Right.
It's about using irony to dig deeper,
Yeah.
to challenge assumptions, and ultimately, to live a life true to yourself.
So how does this connect to irony as like an existential position? Because,
Right.
I think a lot of folks, when they hear the word irony,
Yeah.
they're thinking of it like a literary device or like a
Mhm.
sarcastic comment.
Like something playful or even a little bit detached.
Right, right.
But Kierkegaard is taking it much further.
He's going there.
Yeah, he sees it as a stage of development.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
you're going through life and
Yeah.
suddenly you realize that the world doesn't always make sense. The things people take so seriously
Wow.
start to seem meaningless,
Yeah.
even contradictory.
Like you see the hypocrisy.
Exactly.
It's-
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Everywhere. And that can be a really disorienting experience.
Wait, so you're saying that feeling like the world is kind of absurd
Yeah.
is actually a good thing?
It can be.
Okay.
It can be because it means you're starting to see through the surface.
Okay.
You're starting to question the rules. Right.
The expectations that everyone else seems to follow blindly.
Right. Like the Matrix, kind of.
Exactly. You're starting to see the code.
Okay. So how do we actually
Right.
use this irony? Is it just about
Right.
being aware of the absurdity?
Well, Kierkegaard actually talks about two different types of irony.
Okay.
There's romantic irony,
Okay.
which is kind of this detached, almost pessimistic view of the world.
Okay. I've definitely felt that.
Yeah, like everything is meaningless, so why bother?
Right. Right.
And then there's Socratic irony,
Okay.
which is more about actively engaging with that absurdity
Okay.
to try to find your own truth.
So it's like, have you ever felt that everything is meaningless kind of irony?
Yeah.
Kierkegaard's saying there's a way to turn that into something powerful.
Exactly. Because Socratic irony forces you to ask, okay,
Yeah.
if the world is absurd,
Yeah.
what does that mean for me?
Yeah.
What are my values? How do I want to live?
So instead of just being like, oh, the world's crazy.
You actually use that as like a starting point.
Exactly. Use it as fuel
Wow.
to figure out what really matters.
I like that.
And that's where the modern implications come in, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is all very interesting.
Yeah.
But how does it connect to, like, our lives today?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
We're bombarded with information,
Oh, yeah.
opinions, expectations, constantly from all sides.
Yeah.
It's so easy to feel lost in all of that.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
information overload almost.
Absolutely. Like trying to pick a restaurant when everyone in your group wants something different.
Right. Except it's not just dinner.
Exactly.
It's like your whole life.
It's your career, your relationships, your beliefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
And everyone's got an opinion about it too, right?
Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got the answer.
Yeah.
And it's easy to just get swept up in all of that.
So where does irony come in?
Well, Kierkegaard's saying that irony can be our superpower in navigating that chaos.
Okay. By recognizing the absurdity, by seeing through the contradictions, we can start to detach from all those external pressures.
So it's like a defense mechanism almost.
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
But it's more than that. It's also a tool
Okay.
for focusing on what truly matters to us.
So instead of getting like swept away by trends or feeling pressured to conform, you can use irony to kind of create some distance.
Exactly.
And make conscious choices about how you want to live.
About how you want to live.
Okay.
And in a world that often feels like it's spinning out of control, that ability to think critically and live authentically is more important than ever, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Yeah.
I feel like you've given me a whole new way of looking at the world.
That's what Kierkegaard does. He shakes things up.
He does.
So the next time you encounter something absurd, don't just shrug it off.
Yeah. Ask yourself, what does this reveal about the world?
Right.
And more importantly, what does it reveal about me?
What does it reveal about me? That's a good one.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
All right. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great challenge to leave us with.
Yeah.
So big thanks to you for taking us on this deep dive
My pleasure.
into Kierkegaard's on the concept of irony.
It's a fascinating work.
It is. Who knew irony could be so deep?
Right.
And for everyone listening, remember to keep questioning.
Keep exploring.
Keep exploring.
And don't be afraid to embrace a little absurdity along the way.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Join us next time for another deep dive.
Absolutely.
All right, see you then.
See you then.
Bye.